just the sport itself. Two teams that when the history books are referenced, their names populate virtually every page. Winged helmets, golden domes, and as always, when these two match up, legacy is on the line. Welcome to the Big House, Michigan Stadium. It's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
When you talk about iconic stadiums in college football, the Big House has to be at the top of your list. One of the most unique stadiums. It is nestled down in the ground. It is loud. It is fun. Ann Arbor has one of the finest stadiums in college sports. Back to you guys.
Holly, thank you. So Notre Dame's kicker headed to the football to start this 2026 season. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Well, we knew this offense came into this one wanting to establish the run on their first 3 plays of the game in their own end. Run, 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 but they don't pick up the first down. Now it'll be interesting to see if they continue running the football their next time out.
So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. Finding some room. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Welcome to college. First carry for the freshman. Got enough for the first. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Wolverines. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And he closed the deal by racing 35 yards to pay dirt. From inside his own 15, looking for room. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The run inside. It's Williams. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. There's no logical reason these two shouldn't play every year. The proximity, both powerhouses, but squabbles get in the way from time to time, guys.
They sure do, and I think Notre Dame being an independent always makes things tricky and difficult, but at the same time, they're always playing USC every year, David. I'd love to see them schedule Michigan each and every season.
And just make it happen. We've lost so many rivalries in sports because of money, because of conference realignment. We don't need to lose another one.
Quickly out to the tight end. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be, is just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
Here's Carr to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Running inside, it's Williams.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Back to pass, it's Carr. Right on the money. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
One of the things I love about this wide receiver, it's not all bombs and posts and go routes. 3rd and long, you just kind of run him not too far down the field. He makes the catch, and he's so dangerous, making moves, using his speed and elusiveness. He finds a way to get that first down and keep the offense on the field.
They'll run the option. Oh, it's a fumble. There he goes to the right. The 30. Past the 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Michigan. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
You know, they say sometimes you got to be at the right place at the right time, and that linebacker was. When that ball came free, he saw it immediately, was able to scoop it, show you the speed. He takes it back for a long touchdown.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Perez. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Carr. Going long. Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And that has got to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no way the receiver should have been allowed to be that open deep down the field. Somebody on defense blew their assignment.
Red pass, it's complete. Breaks the tackle. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They are really clicking along, 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. the air again, Carr. Looking for the goal line. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Notre Dame right back to the line. Quarterback will keep it. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing the 3rd down and goal.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Irish! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
This offense needed a big play, and that is the guy that they need to go to help create a spark on offense. Awesome job.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Right back to it. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. Underwood, bringing the heat. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there.
And I really like the belief and the discipline by this QB because he drops back. He wants to throw the football. He sees it's covered, but he says, I can go get it, and takes off and barely gets enough for the first down. But way to pull the trigger, run it, and run it with authority.
Grab behind the line. It's Marshall. Runs through a man. He might have some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
There used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You throw it to him and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
Throwing, Underwood. A lot of defenders around on that screen. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
Kill, 139 Albatross.
on inside. It's Marshall. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And this offense, right, they are in a groove. They are in a rhythm, just finding themselves play after play. Everything they're dialing up right now is working. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm not changing a thing. I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing because this defense has had zero answers.
Quick completion to the right. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Wolverines! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone. It's Mobley. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Motion from the wide receiver. Throwing. Carr. Oh, they're after him. He's got the back in the middle. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
The give is to Williams. Really nice job creating his own space, running with attitude. He's up to the 37-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Over the middle, it's Williams. And that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a first down. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. And that is why you call it a safety valve. You avoid the quarterback getting hit, and you also release the pressure that's being applied on the offense.
Defense is going to have to think about this in the future because you live and die by the blitz. It's great to try and get extra bodies getting after the quarterback, but then you risk running backs leaking out of the backfield and hurting you in the passing game.
Throws to the wideout. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Running inside, it's Williams. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Oh, what a great play call. Sneaking the draw. The defense clearly thinking pass, flying up the field. No, sir. A little handoff, a little sneak attack. Great play call.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. It's complete to the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Back to pass. Starting to feel a little pressure. On the move, he fires. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Notre Dame comes to the line. That last completion giving them a fresh set of downs. On the delay, it's Mobley. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football, look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play, nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So a drive there of 82 yards. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. He's up to 57 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. Give to the running back. Across the 45. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. And the Wolverines want to pick up the tempo. Gonna run it. It's Marshall. Got a little grass. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Run in the red zone. It's Marshall. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The run inside, it's Marshall. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Michigan. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Here's Carr to throw. Rushes on him. Takes a hit as he fires. What a catch. Just beat the defender. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. To throw, it's Carr. With the catch, it's Porter. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. What a grab in the end zone for 6.
Man, textbook how you end a first half. You're trailing. You need to put a drive together. Great job using all of the clock, getting the TD, and you want to talk about creating some momentum going into the half and knowing I get the football, so everything trending in the right direction.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Stewart. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Under fire. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, we welcome you into the Week 0 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at Wisconsin taking on the number 18 team, the Iowa Hawkeyes. And it's the Badgers, able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Now let's take a peek at some of the other contests around the country, games that promise to have an impact on the standings.
Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to stop anybody. We got to keep scoring if we're going to win this game. So the pressure's on them here in the second half, David.
Yeah, and you get the ball first. And so it's been a high-scoring first half. You get to go out here now and make a statement. Start this half, say, listen, we're going to keep scoring points, and then maybe help some, alleviate some of that pressure on your defense.
Carr fires to the wideout. Working on the right. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Nice catch there. You know, I think back to great Golden Domer wide receivers and Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket Ismail, obviously. How about Jeff Samardzija? There's a name you don't hear very much anymore, but he was awesome for Brady Quinn back in the day. And all those guys had the ability to win one-on-one. Their quarterbacks knew that if they had that matchup outside, they were going to take it. And I think this quarterback feels the same way about that guy. He is just so dynamic outside.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Got a man. It's Flanagan. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
I know he's got the height and weight of a tight end, but, man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
He's got it on the right. There he goes. Stopped just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Running inside, it's Williams. Might have a chance. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the third. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
Entering settings screen, you have 30 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's Underwood to throw. Here comes the heat. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. He's barely going to make it back to the line of scrimmage, and he'll be stopped short on 4th down. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll move the wide receiver. The give is to Williams. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll send the back in motion. Throwing. Carr. Unloads to the wideout. Pass is broken up. Incomplete. But let's check out this penalty marker. Just a little too much there. A little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. A first down for the offense. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
Just a great job by the quarterback, the running back, the offensive line. Sneaky little devils. What do? Make it look like pass, sneak in the run, catch you off guard. Great play call by the offense.
Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Touchdown, Irish! the lead. With that latest touchdown pass, might be a good time to mention Brady Quinn threw 6 touchdown passes against BYU. That record might be in jeopardy.
And that's a good day. If you're starting to talk about that already, you know he's spinning it. He's in the zone. He's feeling it, reading the defense, everything coming out on target. He is having himself a day.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Using his legs, it's Marshall. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the roar of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
And the Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Handoff to the lone back. It's a fumble. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. Cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. The run inside. It's Marshall. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Underwood to throw for it on 4th. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Wolverines want to move quickly.
And that was one of those gotta have it. I mean, it's a 4th quarter, 4th down. We got
intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. And after the pick, there is an injured player who's still on the field. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. So the defense sets them up with an interception. Now a couple of 1st downs, maybe even punch in a score, and they'll go home with the W. Bought a little time, lets it go. That's caught. It's Graham. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. The Irish might opt to take a shot here on 2nd and inches. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 1st down.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the 1st on the ground like that. We're in a 1-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts.
They'll have a 1st down here, a week 0 game that is living up to all the hype and anticipation. Tight end now in motion. To the ground. He's got it again. There's a crease. Makes it past the marker. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, good teams just know how to close games out. And you're seeing that right now with this team, right? Their defense just had a massive takeaway. The offense able to capitalize on that with a touchdown, so they padded their lead. And this just speaks to, I think, the experience in the locker room and also the playmakers they have. This game is starting to feel like a blowout.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. He'll do it himself. Quarterback gets the first down. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. Running inside, it's Marshall. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that.
And the defense hasn't made many plays today, but who can make those plays late? And this place got really, really quiet just now. They made the big play. They forced the INT, and now a chance to build on this lead and make this place even quieter.
All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. The give to the lone running back. Breaks into the open. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open.
I'll tell you, when this guy's in a rhythm, he never misses. And you've seen that in this game. Very, very accurate up to this point. That time, though, a little bit out of rhythm, and I think that's why he missed that throw.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Williams. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Right back to the well. This time there is no running room to be found, and this defense wasn't going to get hit with a big run twice in a row. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Motion from the wideout. Play action. Carr. Here's the pressure. They've got him. Great pressure by this defense. So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well.
And we call his name again. This is the same guy. Remember, he had the defensive touchdown already. Now getting in the backfield, getting to the quarterback, getting the sack. He's been all over the field today.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. The run inside, it's Mobley. He stopped short, and it's 4th down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. be enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. There is no doubt, at this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Running inside. It's Marshall. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
And I think the defense kind of understood what was coming. Back-to-back possessions where this offense threw interceptions. Like, they're going to want to get the run game going, and they were ready for it. Great job fitting the gaps and making good, solid tackles.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He might want another play. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Try to regroup a little bit after that mental error. Here comes 2nd and 13. The give to the running back from the shotgun. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win. Fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Punt is in the air. He'll take it on the return.
And a huge thank you in order right there. That returner is literally going to go find my man and go, thank you so much for making up for my mistake. That could have been huge, but the offense caught a break and fell on it.
This drive will start at the 6-yard line. They give it to the freshman, first carry of his career. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win. So, listen, I wouldn't change a thing. I'd keep pounding the football, keep running the clock.
Got a man. It's Mobley. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. For now, until whenever these two decide to play again, that golden dome will sparkle a little brighter as Notre Dame claims bragging rights over Michigan. That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.